Today we'll learn how to install Linux in a virtual machine, that is VMware Workstation. You can download VMware Workstation from any torrent and install it on your PC, like I am using this VMware in my Windows. So you can also install it and you can create new virtual machines in your system inside your computer. So you can practice Linux and work on Linux environment how it is. So let's start. Here I am clicking new virtual machine. Then it is asking me typical, recommended or custom. So let's start with typical. And now it is asking for DVD drive which contains the CD or DVD for the Linux installation. And there is also an option that if you have an ISO file downloaded from any of the Linux distribution, you can directly use that ISO file. It will treat that ISO file as your CD-ROM and will install via this. So now I am selecting it. Here is the Centos file. Now I will click next, and this is the virtual machine name, and here is the path where you want to install that virtual machine, and the hard drive which partition you can select for the Linux that you will be installing. So right now I have space in that my E drive, and I am installing that Linux in my E drive, and I am clicking next, and here is the available disk allocation. Then next, and you can also customize the hardware, how much memory you want to give that virtual machine, and if you want to give CD drive and other things, other peripherals to this customized machine. Here you can see customize hardware, and you can customize this, like I am minimizing the RAM, I am limiting it to 840 for example. Okay, and I am clicking finish. So now I am powering this machine up, and here you can see that this virtual machine has been started. Here is what it has got from the ISO file, as it is considering it as Centos CD. So now just when I click it, I just need to press enter. So here you can see this virtual machine has been started. When you click on the terminal on virtual machine, and if you need to exit from that virtual machine, you have to press Ctrl and Alt key at once. So like you can see that my mouse is now visible and I am out of that virtual machine. I am again clicking inside the machine. So this is the CD test, we can skip that. It is detecting the hardwares like VMWARE SG adapter. That is a virtual adapter for this virtual machine. So here we go with Centos. I am clicking on next, selected language will be English, again US English, and it is saying that it will remove all the partition and data from my drive. And this drive, you can see it is 6142 MB, that is 6 GB, which I allocated in the beginning. So I click yes, and I can easily format it because it is a virtual drive, and this will not erase any of my data. So remove all partition on selected drives, next, yes, and then we can also assign IPs here manually or via DHCP if we are using local NAT, and from here we can assign manual IP address with subnet mask, that is maybe 255.255.255.0 or something else. So let's start my DHCP because I am using it as a virtual machine. Now I am clicking next, and here we can set time zone. Here it is Asia Karachi. Can use ultra times UTC. Next, and root password we can set here. Must be 6 character long. The next screen. If you know genome, you can select it, or you are familiar with KD, you can also select it from here. And these are server packages and virtualization packages, some others. So I am doing customized installation, so I have selected customize now. Next, and from here I can select which package I want to install. Like if I don't need development libraries, I will not install them, but I need them, so I'm installing them. These are the servers. If you need them, any of them, you can install it from here. Now I'm clicking next. Now click next, and it will start installation. We install all the files, and first it is formatting the file system. After that it will install other files and packages that are needed. So let it be done, and we will come back later. Now the installation rebooting this virtual machine. So it will be rebooted. The system has been restarted, and let's do its next steps. Forward. If you want to enable firewall, you can enable it from here. Then SC Linux enforcing, I suggest you disable it. And you can also set date and time. And one thing more, here you can set network time protocol and define NTP servers for syncing your time with that server. Now user, for this Linux. Sound card device. You can check additional installer if you want to. You can click install and you can install additional packages. It will again reboot the system, so I'm pressing OK. So here is our screen and so I'm entering my username. Here is applications. Here you can find office, programming, sounds, system tools, internet, browser, and preferences, administration, and all things that are present in Linux and Windows. And if you want to enter terminal, just right click on this desktop and open terminal. So from here we can see what is the IP of this box right now. This su dash command is to enter the system root access, that is the main access, the admin access of the system. Here I can see that the IP is 192.168.235.128 and VMware always net the IP, that is it translate the network address at your PC to this virtual machine. So we can do browsing here, we can communicate with this IP, and if you are using PuTTY, you can just browse this IP from your PuTTY terminal. PuTTY is just like this terminal and it is remote access. It is for remote access and you can access it from anywhere via this IP. So that is all about how to install Linux Centos in virtual machine, through which you can practice all how it can work. Thank you very much. We will meet later.